This caregiver was feeding the boss but kept staring at the secretary in front of him. He ended up putting the food into the boss's eye. After the meal, he washed the boss's hair but couldn't get any foam no matter how much he scrubbed. It turned out he had mixed up the shampoo with foot cream. When the boss's phone rang, he handed it to him without thinking, forgetting that the boss was in a wheelchair. One day, while the boss was resting in bed, the caregiver accidentally spilled hot water on his legs, but the boss didn't react. Then he started testing whether the boss's legs really had no feeling. He even secretly poured more hot water on them, but the boss caught him. This incompetent caregiver was actually a man who had just been released from prison. A few days earlier, the boss was hiring a caregiver. He showed no interest in the highly trained professionals who applied. Then, the last applicant walked in and asked the boss to sign his rejection form because failing 3 job interviews would qualify him for government assistance. Instead of rejecting him, the boss became interested and offered him a 1-month trial as his caregiver. And so, the man stayed in the mansion. When the boss needed to go out, the caregiver refused to let him take the wheelchair-accessible van. Instead, he opened up a sports car. As he pulled out of the driveway, another car was blocking the entrance. The caregiver got out angrily and dragged the driver out, warning him not to park there. Later, the boss went to a restaurant to meet a friend. The friend told him about the caregiver's time in prison, but the boss didn't care. He liked that the caregiver didn't treat him like a disabled person. To him, that was a sign of respect. That night, the caregiver was asleep when he suddenly heard the boss breathing painfully through the monitor. He wanted to turn it off but hesitated. In the end, he got up to check on the boss. He found the boss lying in bed, drenched in sweat. The caregiver quickly grabbed a wet towel from the bathroom and helped the boss take deep breaths. The caregiver lifted him into the wheelchair and took him to the riverside for fresh air. And that night just happened to be the last day of his trial period.